Welcome to Our World Media, another episode on Let's Talk About It. Today's my special guest is Henry Aurora, who is an entrepreneur, and as you know, I've been doing a lot of segments on entrepreneurship. This gentleman is very talented. He has 3 businesses. He's been in business for many years, and welcome, Henry, to our world.
Honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Tell me, is it all it's cracked up to be being an entrepreneur?
Well, it all depends on how you define all cracked up to be. It's difficult sometimes, but always enlightening. I find it very enlightening, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
And what made you go into your first business, which was H&L Counseling?
Yes, it was the passion to help.
Okay.
You know, I grew up as a consumer for many of the services we handle, and unfortunately, when I was growing up, the services, there was a lot to be wanted from. The way they treated people, the lack of understanding of life and living. And when I put this together, this is what we were thinking about, the humanity of services. So, comes to mental health services, we have to have the humanity in it.
Okay. H&L is basically a substance abuse mental health program?
Well, it encompasses that, but it's not just that.
Okay, what else is it?
We do a lot of mood disorders. We do domestic violence. We do parenting. We also do workshops for employment. We have several units. It's not just alcohol and substance abuse. People seem to think that the minute they hear substance abuse, it's a substance abuse program. No, it is not. It's a community mental health agency, and we encompass whatever it takes to live appropriately and to improve the quality of life. That is why we do so many different things.
And how long have you been doing this particular program?
Wow, 20, 25 years. I always tell people, me and my associates are beginning to forget what most people are learning today. That's how long we've been in the business.
And you also have something called Henry's Carrot Cake.
Absolutely.
Tell me about Henry's Carrot Cake. I see that we have a little sample here of Henry's Carrot Cake. I have tasted your carrot cake. Now, please tell everybody now, you're a therapist. Now you are a baker of carrot cake.
I think to be honest to myself, I think baking and cooking was more primary to me than psychotherapy.
But this tastes so good. This is like therapy already, just eating it. Very good, Henry. What type of carrot cake is this?
All natural, no preservatives, absolutely none, organic, and it comes in 24 different flavors.
Oh my goodness.
I do. I make, the company makes it in 24 different flavors, and they say, what? I say, look, relax. It's like chocolate chip carrot cake, banana carrot cake, coconut carrot cake, mango carrot cake, applesauce carrot cake. I even make some healthy ones like whole wheat with brown sugar carrot cake. My thing, when I started doing the carrot cake thing, I did it to stay out of stress. You know, I cook, I bake. It's not that I can't bake other cakes, it's that when we put this thing together, I just wanted to focus on one particular cake. And so we developed these recipes, we worked on it hard, and it's got the world on fire. And I'm proud of them. At first I did it to kind of relax, and now, you know, we decided to turn it into bigger than what it is. Hopefully it will be.
Well, I definitely recommend that you go out and buy Henry's Carrot Cake. This is delicious.
You know,
this might put a little 10 or 20 pounds on me, but hey.
It's not that bad. I always say about the carrot cake is this: if you want to validate yourself, this is the cake to do it. You know, not some cake with icing. You want to validate, truly validate, have a little bit of heaven. Taste my cake. That's the only kind of word I tell people. You know, everybody's deserving for a little piece of heaven. Taste my cake.
It does taste like heaven. Hopefully you'll be able to give me some samples to take back.
All the time. You know that. I'll never say no. Well, and not only that, one of the reasons why we've turned it into a viable corporation is the use that I need it for. For instance, 75 to 80% goes to MARS, Men Against Rage and Suffering, and the Venus Initiative, which is a new agency we've started. Lisa Quick is a director of it, and that what we feel is it was created to try to reduce aggression within our society. But by doing so, cognitively, what we do is we take what our perception of life is. Why do we have to do this aggression? Then challenge it with 24 codes, the codes of what we think is appropriate behavior living, the perception of life. So if you have a perception, you're going to make a decision, and if that decision, and if the code challenges that decision, you get to tell me why. You get to choose, but at least you have something to relate to when you're choosing.
Now, we have already just mentioned 3 businesses that you are doing,
Yes.
and all at the same time. When do you start your day?
My day starts when I wake up. I don't even know if I go to sleep. The fact is that it's not just me. I have many people. My primary is Henry's Carrot Cake and H&L, and Mars is being taken over by other competent people. And Lisa Quick, she's hot. You know, she goes in there, she does what has to do. We have a passion for what we do. We believe in what we do. This is not just talk, let's get money. We don't do that. We've never turned away anybody that can't pay. You know, many of our cases are charity. And we're about creating quality of life, improving quality of life in a humanistic manner. We have a passion for that, which is why Mars and Venus was created. See, Mars and Venus is not against each other. They're collaborators, they're partners in reducing aggression. And to do that, the codes will help them understand each other so that they can work together in reducing aggression by mentoring, by going out there and sharing the positive word. I think this is it. That's why Carrot Cake is donating so much of its proceeds to it, because we have a passion for it and we're putting our money where our mouth is. And just to let you go sure, we don't take money from the government. We haven't been getting any grants and stuff like that, at least not at the moment. And also, the Carrot Cake business is just beginning. So these are the sacrifices we decided to do upfront from the beginning. Because if we're going to talk it, we're going to walk it.
A few months ago, I just happened to run into you at the Circle of Sisters.
Oh, that was fun. Was that not fun?
That was awesome.
Right now, I want to take the opportunity to thank BLS. It was BLS, right?
Yes, it was BLS.
We're in the Circle of Sisters.
Yes.
For allowing me to be part of their, it just humbled me, to be part of that fiesta. I call it a fiesta because it was fun. It was successful. It was successful. We were several people thick at our table, but we love sharing love. It's what we do. And I was humbled by the opportunity to share our beliefs in my cake with so many people. Mm-hmm. Listen, when you got people smiling when they're eating your food, there's nothing better than that.
So I guess you would say it was a positive experience.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I look forward to working with them again, sometime in the future. If God's willing, and He's always willing.
Henry, I've known you like 15 years.
Long time.
Yeah, long time.
I think longer than that.
Maybe so. 15 to 20 years,
Well,
somewhere around that ballpark.
At least that's what we want to talk about, right? Yes. Absolutely.
Now, when I met you, Henry, you was working in a hospital.
Correct.
As a social worker.
Am I allowed to say the hospital?
Yes, sure you are.
I think when we met was in Flushing.
Flushing Hospital, yes.
Right. That's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you make the transition from having a job to owning your own?
Let's make this clear. It was never a transition. It was always there.
Okay.
I started H&L long before I was with Flushing. Like I said, I've not received grants from the government, so I had to work in order to sustain the dream. In order to create the dream, I have to have the patience of working. That's it. I have bills to pay, stuff like that. So while I was working, I was creating and building on the dream. Mm-hmm. Until finally the dream, I was able to leave it to then put the energy into it completely. I think many people who started their own businesses understand what I'm saying. You begin it in a garage and you gotta still work for somebody else or somebody else while those pieces get put together. It's just the way life is. Those are the sacrifices we make. No, it didn't start with them. They were just part of the journey, you know.
So, what advice would you give to anybody that has a dream and they're afraid to, they have their full-time job, should I not?
Well, first of all, the biggest question that I had to answer myself is my dream realistic?
Okay.
If it's attainable. Many people, they get emotionally attached to a dream regardless of how attainable it is. Realistically, I had plans sometimes, even with the cake and this. You got to change sometimes. That's not to say, don't change your mind. Just make sure that whatever you're going to do is attainable. Now, the next question is, how attainable is it? How easy is it going to be? My next consideration is, listen, when someone tells you you can't, maybe that's when you should. Many people, every time we put together a dream that says, you can't do that, you don't have the money, you're right, I'm not a rich man, but it didn't stop me from doing it in the first place. You have to look at it, and if you're willing to accept whatever consequences come when the risk comes to knock, go for it. Go for it. And think out the box. Sometimes, we all tend to think that this is the right path. There's many paths. Your journey is going to have many paths. And when it comes to that crossroad, when it comes to that fork in the road, when it comes to that left or go right, or just decide. Decide, are you going to go conservative, or are you going to think outside the box? Are you going to challenge the status quo and say, no, I think I could do this way. If not, create a path.
In the next 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
where would you like to see yourself?
Several pounds lighter, a lot better looking, I don't know. I think in the next 5 years, I think my cake will be going through the roof. I'm hoping and praying that Mars and Venus grows through leaps and bounds. And to be honest, I'm getting up in years.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. I'd like to just kind of slow down and take pride in the journey, which I don't do often. I don't do often. I think that's another advice to entrepreneurs out there, is that remember what you're doing it for. And I don't know what it is, but for me, it was for a living. My children and whatnot, but at the end of the day, you have to sit back and enjoy what you've done. Otherwise, you'll never get a chance. You only come this way once. And I want to relax and be able to say, that was nice, and see other people enjoy it. And maybe somewhere along the line, every once in a while, be validated for it. But that's it. I just want to go someplace, watch cartoons, and be a child again.
Henry, thank you for this interview with Our World.
I'm humble.
Everybody, please check out Henry's carrot cake. How can people get a hold of you if they need to? Where you're located, first of all.
The location is 115-10 Queens Boulevard. And you know what? You can call me, 347-531-4054. You can text me. And we also have email, which is henryscarrotcake@gmail.com. We have a webpage that's coming up. We have to redo the webpage. But feel free. All the new information will be out in a couple of weeks, but you know what? You got my address. Text me, email me, and we're going to get on tight. And for those of you who are out there, read Our World. It's one of the best informative magazines out there, and I'm very humbled to be part of their process.
Thank you, Henry. Pauline Swift for Our World, and thanks for this special segment of Let's Talk About It. Join me for the next episode coming up in the next few weeks on entrepreneurship, and you can reach me at 646-340-7271. I'd like to hear from you, your comments on the show, and let's talk about it. Thank you.